Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about mastering of our gifts. We are actually born with all of these abilities already in us. We just forgot, or we weren't taught. So everything that I'm listing out here today is something that we have always had. It's always been a wonderful ability that you've had. But with these gifts being stirred up in us, becomes a responsibility on how we apply them in our lives. Okay, let's get to it. I often talk about empathy, where my heart was cracked wide open and I could feel the energy of other people. I told you I followed around somebody in a good mood in the grocery store to do my shopping. Well, with that empathy being stirred up within me, what I have learned from it is my actions and what I'm manifesting and creating, how it affects other people, along with how each of them, what they're creating, what they're manifesting, affected me, as we are all co-creators in this together. We're remembering who and what we are. What an amazing time, guys. Okay, the next one is dreams and visions. I'm doing a playlist sequence on different types of dreams and visions. There's prophetic, and then there's instructional, and then there's healing, and so many other different ones that are going on within us. But, you know, as in any gift, as it gets stirred back up into our remembrance, we must learn to crawl, then walk, then run, and then we fly. Everything has a progression to it. Even us remembering who and what we are. It's beautiful. Okay. Aura reading. You can actually see the light around people. You can tell what kind of mood they're in or what's going on with them by the colors that radiate from each and every single one of us. Oh, it's beautiful, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. And that will go into, reading other people's energies, feeling what they're feeling. That also ties in with the empathy. These gifts all seem to all intertwine together to make a wholeness. Holy. Huh. That just came to my mind. Okay. I watched this program called Farsight. It's on YouTube. And what they did was remote viewing. They would go to something a month in advance, and it would be a large newsworthy event. And then when the news came out, and they would do this the month before, and then when the news came out, it would line up with what they were seeing. We all have these abilities in each and every one of us as we are manifesting, co-creating, and then walking through it to experience it. It's a beautiful thing, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. Another one is discernment. We start applying discernment. If I create this, or if I do this action, what kind of ripple effect is it going to leave in my wake? How's it going to affect other people? Now, I have to say, we lose judgment, because once we realize that we weren't victims of a situation, that we were actually participating, co-creating, although we didn't understand or know how can you stay angry or judgmental or anything like that against somebody where you were also co-creating and manifesting in that situation? It helps with forgiveness so much. It has for me anyways, and I hope that it helps with you. And when we're using discernment, we're looking at, when I do this, what kind of a ripple effect? What's the consequences that's going to happen to other people? It's more of a heart-based creation is what we're looking at. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And then in discernment, yeah, we're learning to separate the truth from fiction. Yes, in discernment. I talk about, like, I haven't brought it up a lot in my channel, but conspiracy theories. There's these people looking for the truth, and you see these weird, odd anomalies in these created events, okay, that were used to have us manifest and create the world that they wanted. But now we're seeing it very plainly that this was created, you know, so we would create something. And we're taking back our very sovereign creativity abilities that we've had the entire time. We're just learning and growing in the understanding of them daily. And then I touched on forgiveness. Yeah, you lose the labels on things. You stop deeming something good or evil. Case from Everyday Masters said it best. Once we realize there's nothing here that can hurt us, and I'm talking about whether you smoke cigarettes or food or things like that, that can't hurt us. The only reason it can is because we think it can. The only thing that we, you know, have to take into account is that we are all co-creating together, okay? So what I'm creating affects this person and that person, the ripple effect. And so does that, you know, what other people are creating affect me, and, you know, like the flower of life. Those are the things that we need to concern ourselves with, not with what we're putting in our mouth or people's habits, because when you get the understanding that nothing here can hurt you, there's nothing to worry about, nothing at all. So, okay, we talked about forgiveness. Now let's talk about faith. Oh my gosh. Faith is just mounting up and mounting up and mounting up. Because as we're getting this understanding and we see the divinity in each and every one of us with the breath of life, and you look at the complexity, 7 billion plus people are able to have a unique created, manifested experience and then walk through it. What an amazing place we are at. Yes, that screams to me intelligent design, and it has built my faith up so much that there is a God, source, Gaia, whatever you name. It doesn't matter, the labels don't matter, but it's very obvious. There's intelligent design where, like I said, over 7 billion people can be having an authentic, unique experience themselves. Okay. Truth. Yeah. You know, I touched on conspiracy theorists. Well, the truth, we seek for the truth no matter what the cost. And what ends up happening is the old paradigm, the old ways of thinking pretty much dies. And we walk in this new understanding. We crawl first, then we walk, then we run, then we fly. Within all the gifts that are in each and every one of us, as they're brought back to our awareness, there are steps that we go through to gain mastery or flying in them. Okay, responsibility. We take responsibility for what we create and how it affects others. Yeah, that's a big one, guys. We always want to try to be creating from our heart what's in the best interest of everybody. Everybody. And what you'll see is, I'm sorry, my earbud's coming out. What you'll see is what you're creating in the micro, what's going on in you, starts reflecting out in the macro. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. But we have to take responsibility. You know, we can't sit there as we're becoming more and more conscious and aware of who and what we are. A heavy responsibility does come with that because we are creating. and we're walking through it, and what we're creating affects other people. So we, need to take the responsibility to our heart, use discernment, use all your gifts in concert. That's why we have them all. So we can manifest and co-create the best paradise or the most divisive, war-torn area. I mean, it's all in our power. We are the ones that are creating what is going on around us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones that Christ talked about. These things they will do and more. Wow. Okay, manifesting. Knowing that you're creating to have the experience, and then realize of what you create and how it affects others. I just touched on that. So yeah, as we're creating in the micro inside of us, reflects on the outside of us, and it affects other people around us, just like everybody else, whether we think they're asleep or not. They have every single one of these gifts within inside of them too. They're creating, they just are not aware of it. We're being blessed to have this stirred up in us, to be brought to our awareness, so we can crawl, then walk, then run, and fly. It's just an amazing time to be alive, guys. It's absolutely amazing to remember who and what we are. Oh my gosh, you guys. Really exciting. Okay, becoming self-aware and gaining mastery over the gifts that we all have, and remembering who and what we are. That's right. That's what I just said. I took notes on this one because, there's so much going on. And it does seem like as these things are being stirred up within us, that it is important to take account of what we're doing and how it affects others around us. We are conscious creators. What we were once doing in our sleep, we are now doing in our waking life. We have dream workers, and the instructions are sewed up into us in our sleep. There's so much going on. There's no wasted time in our life. At all moments, whether sleeping or awake, we are creating, we are manifesting, we are experiencing, and my goodness, you guys, whether we're thinking it's going from 3D to 5D, going from old Earth to new Earth, going from Earth to heaven or paradise on Earth, we're heading there, guys, because I see it in the amount of subscribers that this is going on, and the interviews that I'm doing with so many people from different backgrounds, different cultures. I'm seeing unity and diversity. These variabilities are in each and every single one of us. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys are getting just as excited about this as I am. This is absolutely wonderful. Well, that's it for Michelle's opinions on mastery of our gifts. Yes, let's do this, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so whenever I go live, you'll be notified. Or when I make a new video, you'll be notified also. Share this message everywhere. Have a great day, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon.